I want to talk about two people whose life were their Bible college, and we can learn some things from these people. One of them, the first scripture I want to read, is in Genesis chapter 37, 12 to 17. We're talking about Joseph. Then his brothers, Joseph's brothers, went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Please go and see if it is well with your brothers and well with the flock, and bring back word to me." Now a certain man found him. He was there wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, "What are you seeking?" The thing that always attracted me to this was this one scripture I could never work out why it was in the Bible. And a certain man was wandering in the field. I was like, I really got around this story. And as I studied more and more of Joseph, I realized that this day, Joseph had an appointment with his destiny. This was the day Joseph was to be sold by his brothers to the slave. He was put in a pit. This was the day that Joseph's journey was supposed to start. It couldn't start the next day, couldn't start the day before. It had to start today to be line up with the slave traders, with everything that happened in Joseph's life. This was the beginning of his journey. And God knew that if Joseph got down to his brothers and those flocks and they weren't there, Joseph would have gone home. He would have gone back to his father and said, "I don't know where they are." So God put a divine contact in the middle of a field to connect Joseph's journey so Joseph could go and find his brothers and be put into a pit. Not good for Joseph, but this was the start of Joseph's journey. And this day was a divine time in Joseph. When you read his story, everything lined up right to the very end where the king had the dream. Joseph had to be contained in prison until the king. Otherwise, he would have got out. He got home. He would have gone back home. He had to be falsely accused to put him into prison so he could be contained. Otherwise, he would have gone. When we look at Joseph's story, we see so many amazing divine instances where God actually contained him. This is his Bible college. It may not be yours. But what I'm saying today is we all learn in our journey and on our journey. And Joseph needed to find his brothers. And so God said, I believe this man, it's like I read it and read it and read it. That man didn't know it, but he was connecting Joseph to his future. I tell you, Jeremiah 1:12 says what? God watches over his word to perform it. He had a word over Joseph's life. He had given him dreams. He had given him just phenomenal dreams. And now it was the time for Joseph to begin his journey to the fulfillment of the dreams. God put somebody in his way to make sure he got to where he needed to be.